Hello everyone, I'm Johan Rodrik and I'm in forest enjoying the spring and enjoying being outside. And that's something I do pretty often. I every day go out from my studio for a walk to gather inspiration and maybe do some video or do some pictures and gather material for my artworks and process some of my thoughts, how I continue with my artwork that I have on hand, or just rest my brain out for after studying something new. And that's something I do pretty much every day. I study something new and work out something that I didn't understand earlier. And my diverse artworks are coming together in the same way that I process something new. And this is how it happened that I discovered acting for myself in Art Academy. 9 years ago I was studying in Estonian Academy of Arts, and we had a short course, very short, well, not very short, but a short course of filmmaking. We had to make a short movie. We had to start from idea and do every step on the filmmaking process. We had to direct it, we had to film it, we had to make our own stunts, we had to make our own acting, we had to make our own cutting, we had to make our own everything. From idea to DVD. We had to present a finished short movie on a DVD for examination later on, and I had to do acting in this also, and this is how I discovered acting for myself. And before that I was only drawing and painting. I still draw and paint, and ever since I had this experience and this course in Estonian Academy of Arts 8 years ago, I graduated from Estonian Academy of Arts, and it was 2011, 8 years ago, to not today, but from this year backwards. And ever since I have done different roles in different filmed projects, in TV projects and in movie projects and in student movies and in TV shows and in movies and so on. Many different, even advertisements. A few days ago I was making 2 advertisements I was participating in, and it's a lot of fun, and it also provides me some inspiration for my drawing and painting that I do. And acting is very different from how I paint. And with my painting I don't get along at all if I'm told how I must paint and what I must paint, but I only paint things out of my own fantasy, how I process things, and they come together like that. But the acting is completely opposite to that. Well, in case I apply for a role, I also think through three things before applying. First, am I available at the time when the take is? That's one thing that I consider. Can I really come to the place and execute the role? Then I also think, can I bring value to the movie maker with my acting and with my presence there? That's one thing I also consider. And then I also consider that, do I meet the criteria stated in the casting? When, in case they're looking for a dog, then I clearly ain't a suitable candidate. So, to example that. And this is how I do my acting jobs, and the movie environment has been inspiring to me since early childhood. Actually, I had some interest in acting even before I had to really do it. But in Art Academy, I got to do it for my own movie, which was a short student movie. But then I got to really going with it, and later on I have done more and more. I have done background parts and lead parts and many things in between, and I even have done like a mascot part that was lately I got into. And I haven't gone to do like public as TV show crowd or something like that. That's something I avoid. But when I see that I can act and I can play there and have some more serious role, then I get interested. And it's sometimes some other actors don't quite understand how acting works, and sometimes a fellow actor of mine got pretty sad, and because she wasn't chosen into roles. And then I figured that because it's nothing to be sad of, it's natural. I don't get chosen into any role applied to. I get chosen because, and only because, if I am suitable type for the movie maker into the role. I have made a movie myself, and I completely understand that. I wouldn't take an actor who doesn't suit or doesn't fit to my vision about my movie. This is natural to me, I understand that. And that absolutely does not make me sad if I'm not chosen to movie and where I apply to. And then I move on. And but also many times has happened that I have applied to movie and I haven't been chosen because I was found not to be fitting for the role, although I met the criteria of age criteria and sex criteria and so on. But I wasn't suitable as a person because I did not fit the vision of the movie maker. But I was noticed, and they called me back sometime later, because later they found me suitable for some other role, and I was suitable. So here is some background for somebody who's doing acting as well, and maybe a little bit frustrated about it, and I haven't been frustrated about that. Sorry, that because I understand how movies are actually made. That's an interesting background, and I have found it interesting on movie set as well. And in a movie set, I within a few minutes I can figure out what is going on in the movie set, and I can actually once I was telling to the director there, I told the director about, I pretty much told the director what the director is thinking about, pretty much. That was interesting. And I saw other actors on the movie set as well who didn't have any clue what's going on in the movie set. They were doing like everything like as they were told to do, but I understood the movie set within a few takes. That was about, I don't know, maybe a few minutes after I got to the set. I saw and I understood what is going on the set, and I used it in my play. And sometimes I have actually been able to improvise something on the set that is actually later on included into the movie because of that understanding. I have found it interesting, and sometimes like makes a good story. I love it. And yeah, it's very inspiring when I get to bring value into the set. Like if I apply for a role, I must first, before that application, I must also see myself as a valuable addition to the movie maker. Otherwise, I wouldn't apply. That's one of the 3 criteria that I check before applying for a role. Well, if I'm invited to a role, then the movie makers already see me as a valuable addition. So then I don't have to consider that. Then I have to only consider about the timing and my availability. But it happens like both ways.